Okay, folks, we are going to spend some time today talking about graduation and graduation pathways and how each of your cohorts makes it to the stage. This would typically be something we do as a class meeting during a Tiger Day. And since we are starting out the year with this unique setup, we're going to go ahead and tackle this information with you today. So let's get going. Quick overview here. Agenda, I'll give you an overview of what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about the diplomas, employability skills, post-secondary ready competencies, testing, and you'll be able to ask questions. I'll be available on a Zoom meeting for each one of your homeroom groups when you're not on lunch. So a quick overview. Starting with the class of 2023, so our current 10th graders and beyond, so this includes you freshmen, students are required to utilize graduation pathways in order to earn their diplomas. Everybody else, you are able to opt into graduation pathways in lieu of that qualifying graduation exam or I-STEP 10 if need be, okay? So students, our juniors and seniors, you are able to graduate if you earn all your credits, obviously, that's number one. And then number two, you pass that GQE or I-STEP 10. Then if you happen to not pass, you could receive a waiver, all right? And what that means is there are a few criteria to be able to earn a waiver. All right, if in a waiver, you have to take the test every time we offer it. You have to take part in the remediation that we offer. You have to have 90% attendance rate, which is a big one, folks, so you got to be at school. And you have to have a core GPA of 2.0. All right, so all these things matter. Or the third option for you is to successfully complete graduation pathways, which we will talk about. It's also a possibility to get a waiver via graduation pathways. Okay, so what are graduation pathways? Well, basically there are three boxes that you have to satisfy. Okay, you have to get that diploma, so you have to earn your credits. You have to have an opportunity to learn and demonstrate employability skills. And you have to demonstrate some post-secondary ready competencies. These are a bunch of big words that a lot of people that sit around a table and philosophize about education came up with, okay? So I'm going to try to break it down to you so it's a lot easier, right? You got to get that diploma. You got to earn your credits, all right? That could be your core 40, your academic honors, your technical honors, or a general diploma. Okay, number two. Learn and demonstrate employability skills. This means you need to have a project-based, a service-based, or a work-based learning experience. I'm going to be real honest, folks. Most of our students live in these two areas, in the service-based experience or the work-based experience. And that can be athletics, that can be marching band, that can be drama, that can be key club, that could be that you are going for your Eagle Scouts. There are a lot of different things that fall under the service-based experience, okay? Work-based experience, it means you've got a job, all right? You're out there, you're employed, and we can use that. So when do you have to do all these different things or activities for Box 2? It can be any time July 1st prior to your freshman year through September 30th post-graduation. Obviously, we're going to take care of it before you graduate, all right? So it could be during the school day, after the school day, on breaks, whatever the case may be there. So if you went for your Eagle Scout the summer before your freshman year, after July 1st, we could count that. All right, that box 3, post-secondary readiness competencies. You have to satisfy one of these 9 options, okay? The first one, which is something that a lot of our students get, is you earn that academic honors diploma. Yep, that was the bell. You are correct. It's okay. We're going to keep trucking. There is a cut score for an ACT exam. There's also a cut score for the SAT. We give the ASVAB exam in the fall for students. So that's another way that you can earn this Box 3 competency. An industrial certificate, and that has to do with different programming at the MAC. An apprenticeship is not something that we have really been able to dive into yet. There are quite a few hoops you have to jump through to officially get those apprenticeships. CTE concentrators, that's another big one that a lot of our students get. So if you took Ed Professions 1 and Ed Professions 2 and you were a cadet teacher over at PVE, then that's a concentrator status. There are certain classes that we offer that you can achieve this CTE concentrator status. The AP dual credit component here on number 8. So if you take 3 AP or dual credit courses and you earn a C or better average, then you can check off Box 3. There's also the capability that if maybe you didn't earn that C or better average, but you scored a 3 or better on the AP exam, then that can also satisfy this requirement. Okay. This kind of breaks down everything that I just said to you as far as the honors diploma. These are the cut scores for the ACT and the SAT. ASVAB cut score is a 31. Now, this is a military entrance exam. However, if you take this test, it's not signing you up to join the military. All right, so I know sometimes people get a little nervous about taking that because they think now all of a sudden they're in the military. That is not what this is. Okay, this goes on to tell you again more, and I'm going to be sharing this presentation out for you on your Tiger Day course so that you can access this and go back to it so you can kind of take a look and know what it is that you have to do in order to satisfy each one of these boxes. And here is an opportunity for you if you want to go to the IDOE website and take a look, if need be, about specific and updated information. Also, this is a good time for you to kind of jot down some questions. One thing I do... Hey, guess what? That was the bell again. One thing I do want to touch on for the juniors and the seniors in the room. Juniors and seniors in the room. If you have passed your I-STEP exam, then you can tune me out, but please be quiet so everyone else can pay attention. Seniors who have not yet passed your I-STEP exam, we will be sharing out remediation materials for you to access and work through this first semester. So keep your eye out for that. You will be taking a fall retest. Okay, so in November we will start the retest process for you to hopefully be able to get that taken care of and get you that passing score. Remember, if you haven't passed already, we need to make sure you're eligible for a waiver if need be, so you must take the test when we offer it, okay? Juniors, last year would have been your year to take your test. However, we were all at home, so that test didn't happen. The state is requiring that test for you to take place this spring. So we will not test in the fall. We will test in the spring of 2021, and that's your opportunity to take your first test for I-STEP 10 to be able to satisfy that graduation requirement. Okay, it's also a part of our school accountability. And so we're real hopeful that everybody's able to do their best and get that, pass that test and get that checkbox checked so that the only thing you have to worry about is passing your classes in order to graduate. Otherwise, we'll have to start looking into options for you for graduation pathways. Okay, so we will continue to touch on that testing information with you. And as time gets closer, I will communicate things out to your parents Again, seniors, be looking in the next few weeks for us to communicate to you about remediation materials that you will need to make sure that you are tapping into, because don't forget, if we need to use a waiver, you have to have utilized the remediation that we have offered. Okay? All right, so think about some questions that maybe you have about these graduation requirements. We have a worksheet that you're going to be doing to, and this is everybody, 9 through 12, if we need to take a look at graduation pathways, what are some things that you can do, or what are some ways that you are going to make sure that you could satisfy those pathway boxes, and jot down some of those goals and some of those things that you need to start looking into. So for example, if you are a student who has not been a part of a team or a club, or you don't have a job and you want to get box 2 taken care of, then you need to start setting a goal to either look for a job, or maybe you become a part of the Key Club, or maybe you become a hand for the drama department, for the drama club. So you need to be thinking about these things so you can kind of map it out. Because if you want to achieve it, you got to first see it, and then you got to believe it, right? Okay, folks, that's all I've got for you at this time. Thank you very much for your attention.